Good morning, all my party people out there. This is a video that's long overdue. It's about 2 weeks, 3 weeks long overdue. I don't know if you guys remember. I'll see if I can find it now. I made a video, and in that video, I was referencing the Chili DeCastro trial where he was unconstitutionally arrested, and that tyrant thug judge who was married to a cop for 30 years, who was unbiased, totally and uncompletely biased. When she walked right up to him, had the bailiff walk right up to him, steal his cell phone, walk right up to the attorney, threaten to take his cell phone, and demand they not record in court, even though they weren't recorded in court. When the judge admonished him repeatedly when he did nothing wrong. When the state said, we're recommending to suspend a sentence, 90 days, suspend a sentence, blah, 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 blah. And then the judge says, oh, no, we're going to run it all concurrent. You get the full sentence, both charges. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I don't know if you guys remember that case. I'm going to see if I can find it. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I got to find it. I want to make sure that I can reference the videos because that's why I had to find it. I just hope that I didn't do it live. Because live, it never shows up. Hopefully, it's on my Chili DeCastro channel. So, hopefully, I put it on there, Chili DeCastro. Because, listen, Chili, as I've said before, I'll try to calm down here. I'm a little jacked up. Because I read comments and I get jacked up because people are dumb. And I wish I had the comments in front of me, but I can't record and read the comments at the same time. I think I'm out. I think I've already passed it. I don't think I've got it listed as the Chili DeCastro video. There it is. Right here. Chili DeCastro trial. 340 views on that video. And I told you guys how corrupt the judge was, how the judge was absolutely wrong. I showed you in the video, I'm pretty sure I showed you in the video where the cop tells Chili to move back, and Chili moved back. And luckily for the cop, oh, wait a second, unluckily for the cop, there was a parking line there, marking the parking spot. Delineation line. Delineation. It was a parking space. Luckily for Chili, not the cop, that line was there. So when the cop said, move back, Chili did. And it proved it on tape. But because Chili had what I consider an enemy attorney, the attorney that represented him was his enemy. That guy should be disbarred for what he did to Chili. It was intentional. He was completely out of his depth. All he wanted was the fame of representing Chili. And listen, Chili is I cringe when I watch Chili's videos because I can't imagine staring into a phone, looking at a camera, looking at somebody standing behind me with headphones on. But that's Chili. That's just style. People don't like my style. Everybody's different now. James Freeman gave Chili a bunch of crap, and he was all to hell about it. But James Freeman, I think he came out and he said how this ruling was unjust and unlawful as well. I did not like Chili at the first, but if I judge the way Chili treats. If I judge the way people treat Chili as to the way they treat me, then Chili has been noble in what he's doing. For people to say, you make money off YouTube. Well, I don't make money. Chili does. Chili's made a lot of money off TikTok and YouTube. But I've also seen where Chili has got entire departments fired. Yeah, corrupt departments. He may be a constitutional law scholar, and you may not know what that means, but it means that he knows a lot more law than you do. So if he wants to give himself a title, by the way, he didn't give himself that title, and a lawyer gave him that title, the constitutional law scholar. So that's as ignorant when people say, you're not a law constitutional scholar. That's as dumb as when a cop says, what law school did you graduate? Knowing that they took, a 6-week course? It takes longer to get a haircut license than it does to be a terror pig. So I told you guys that day that was an unlawful judgment. That was an unlawful ruling. That woman broke many, many, many courtroom etiquette laws. She's going to have some severe bar complaints, and I hope that they take her off the bench. I'm going to do everything in my power to make all the calls possible. She should be reprimanded immediately. Censured, I think, is the term they use. making this video, I had new viewers came in, and then I should bring it up in there so I can. Let me do this. Let me see if I can make my computer work, because I don't ever get on this computer. I have no need. I have no desire to get on it at all whatsoever. But I'm going to get on it so I can read you guys these comments. It may take a minute to load up. But I told you guys, I was right. And here's the deal. I love it when people underestimate me. There's a little munchkin that lives in this house that underestimates me a lot too. I'm a lot smarter than the average bear. You can say, oh, you got this and this and this and this and this. But you can talk all the garbage you want about me. I'm still one of the smartest people you're ever going to meet. And I'm not saying that just to be talk tough, but I'm actually very, very, very intelligent. Okay, how's that come off? Okay, let's do this. Let's see if we can run this. You guys hold on. I'm going to see if I can run YouTube. My computer's hacked as always. So let me see if I can get it. Google Chrome. But I'm going to read the comments. And we're going to call out these people. And I mean, I had people ripping me apart and just laughing. Chili got convicted. There is no appeals. There, he's going to prison. He deserves prison. I cannot imagine living in a country. Why does it say 21 minutes? They got a limit on how long look at that. They got a limit on how much. 21 minutes and 36 seconds. They're putting a limit on how long I can record a video. Wow. Does that happen to you? It does to me. So I may have to pause this. Let me pause this and I'll get right back to you. Oh man, if I do that, I'll probably kill the video. Okay, I had to take my time to get all that done. I guess I'm on a short leash here. I'm going to go back to the video and I'll see if I can leave the link in the description for you. The first comment to my video was by Strail at Strail-Il7VJ. VJ, that kind of probably applies to him, huh? Chili's motion for rehearing denied. Chili's followers understand the law just as badly as he does. And then I commented, yeah, we understand the law except courts and cops don't follow it. Remember that. And then it says, after serving his sentence anyway, also more charges coming. Will Chili learn his lesson and keep his mouth shut this time? Because in communist America, you're not allowed to speak. If you speak, you're punished. That's according to Strail with the VJ. I expect not. He'll be back in a cell soon enough. Imagine that in America, a man that didn't hurt anybody, that didn't take anything, that didn't destroy anything, that other American citizens would hope he be caged. So in America, if you don't murder somebody, you don't hurt somebody, you don't hit somebody, you don't steal from somebody, you don't tear up their stuff, all the things that a real person considers crimes, if you don't do those things and you talk, you deserve to be caged. These are people, I would say if I went to this person's and found their content, they're probably back the blue, probably on the right. Back the blue, I love the blue. The cops are the best for us. The justice system is just. Yes, these are people that have never been in front of the justice system, and their only excuse for that is, don't break the law, you don't have to get in trouble. Well, guess what? I'll continue and I'll finish this sentence in a minute. Here's the next one. User YR2FO5KV6Z. There's another V in that one. I manage a gas station, and a new patrol lieutenant came in and introduced himself. We've been having problems with the homeless, and I asked him for advice. He looked like a pasty-faced meth addict, and he said, well, most homeless are addicts and won't accept help. Our hands are tied. So, not a bad comment. And we've been getting notifications. Here's one from the same VJ, from the vagina guy. You got yourself all worked up over a YouTuber scammer who does this stuff just for hits. When this wacko watches NBC News, do you think he says, I can't believe NBC News, they got to be scammers because they're doing this to get paid? So you shouldn't get paid for your body of work. So this is the comment of a slave. This is a slave that every morning he probably gets up and he goes to the office. He's probably not smart enough for an office job, not that you have to be smart to do that. And he punches the clock, and goes in and works all day and punches the clock again. I'd say that's where he is, because these people think, and the same people accuse me, you don't work, you don't do nothing, when I get out and I struggle every day. Every single day I get out there and try to do something because I don't have any money. I got to do what I have to do to survive. Okay, here we go. You get all worked up for this scammer just for hits. So Chili shouldn't get paid to do what he does. He's taking down many corrupt departments. Here we go. Next comment. The guy who sells fake as shit Fifth Amendment cards got on the witness stand, answered questions, and talked his way straight into jail. Imagine you can talk yourself into jail in America on the stand. You shouldn't be able to talk your way into jail from a stand. The evidence should prove that you go to jail, not what you say in court. Now, you can say things in court that make you guilt that further prove your guilt or innocence, but you can't talk your way into jail on the stand. So what Chili did is he answers the question exactly as they were asked him. But the problem is he had an inept, if not corrupt, attorney that set him up for the kill. It was no different than a volleyball shot from a transgender male claiming to be a female, whacking it down and breaking the face of a 5'2", 100-pound girl trying to audition for the Olympic. Here's the next one from the VJ. Oh, but let me answer your question. I'm the type of American who cheers this. Ask me why if you dare. He cheers someone being locked up for a First Amendment right. Let's go to the replies. I said, you're just like the Germans who worshipped the Gestapo until the U.S. forces forced them to walk through Auschwitz, where millions of Jewish Germans were stacked to the skies. The only difference is that they realized the atrocities they saw. Where you still cheer the evil perpetrated on humans. You are a coward that refuses to stand up against evil. Just close your eyes and ears and pretend it's not real. This system you cheer will eventually be pounding on your door. I'm sure you probably saved your COVID muzzles to remember the good times where American cops arrested mothers at parks, pastors at churches, and swimmers in the ocean trying to be free. You are evil, VJ. Not a day in your life would you stand up to a man and bump your gums. Your time's coming soon. That's what I thought then. That's exactly what I think now. Now, here we go. Here's the next one. I don't want to read my comment yet to him. And then, let's see. Here the guy goes. I'll have to read it because he commented again. This is what got me going today. I put on there today, 13 hours ago. I said, hey, genius. How are you a supposed lawyer? Yeah, I got it right. Appeals judge determined Chili did not commit a crime and found the judge's court was run by emotion and not by law. Chili's been vindicated. That's the problem with newer attorneys because he claimed to be a civil rights attorney. That's the problem with newer attorney. You work off feelings and not the law. Stop moving the goalpost. We follow the law and you move the limit and play like we are wrong. And of course he says, that was not the ruling of the court. The ruling of the court is that Chili did nothing wrong. Chili did nothing unlawful. In his eyes, in this guy's eyes, oh, you did something wrong. You know what Chili did wrong? Is he was perfectly sat down in a court of a tyrannical, cop-sucking judge. That's what was wrong. That's what was done to Chili. Is he got set down in front of a judge that did not care about his First Amendment rights. Let me see if I can skip ahead here, and I'll pull it up. If I've got enough time, I don't think I've got enough time. I'm 13 minutes in. Oh, gosh, here we go. I want to try to get to the judgment part. Skip. I should just fast forward to all the good stuff. Hold on a minute. I'll have to pause this. Okay, I brought it up. I'm not going to have time to play it. Her decision was long and repetitive. I'll try to leave the link in the video if it ever posts, or right directly after it's posted. I'll leave the video for you. The judge says on there, she says plainly that she wouldn't go full on because it's hard to argue in appeals court about ineffective counsel, even though he had wildly ineffective counsel. Wildly. But she determined that the judge did not base the merits of the case, didn't base her judgment on the merits of the case. Didn't happen. Chili did not break the law. The whole time during this case, and Chili was like, man, why don't you speak up? Why don't you say something? He had ineffective counsel, but here's the deal. Judges and lawyers, and you'll learn this if you've never been in court, thank God that you never have been. But lawyers and judges and lawyers and DAs, they all go to lunch together. They're all buddies. It's not about winning your case.
They make a phone call. Hey, man, I'll buy lunch next week. Let's just write this one off. Okay, man. And then it'll be the next one. I'll let you, the judge be like, I'll let you slide on that one the other month and gave you what you needed, but you're going to have to bow a little bit to the state this time. All they do is just share favors. It's all the judicial does. And if you don't have the money to pay the high-priced lawyer to buddy up and buy lunch for the high-priced DA, then you're screwed. You're screwed. They always say it, especially black communities always say, why is there so many blacks in prisons in America? Well, as Ben Shapiro said, and I hate to quote him, he says, well, it isn't like they're just walking down the sidewalk and cops drag them into jail. It's the fact that they have ineffective counsel. They get a court-appointed pretender. A court-appointed pretender will do nothing but work for the state. He gets his money for the state, so where's the incentive for him to work for you? There is none. No incentive whatsoever. So if you can't, and I would suggest everybody out there, do not represent yourself. It's a totally different world. I've done it the last 5 or 6 times I've went to court. I've represented myself, and only by the grace of God. But in there, time slows down, but time for you speeds up, or at least for me. When I'm there, I'm like, bah, 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 bah. I'm running 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I have to tell myself, well, slow down, back it up a little bit. But I've beat 2 states' assistant attorney generals in court when they fought me against body camera. And I'm like, nope, Your Honor, this is the First Amendment case. Boom, this is the First Amendment case. And like, and you just gotta know what to do. I listened to Hendry. I listened to Hendry's case the other day where he did an appeals court, and he should have that case should have been dissolved. Listened to the whole thing, and he was very articulate. I'm proud of him. He did a good job. I give auditors hell because if you're going to get up there and play the freaking game, you need to follow it through and go all the way out. But these losers that get up there and just get violated just because they know, if a cop arrests me or if a cop violates my rights, and guess what? I get more clicks for it. I don't like that, but it's their right to do it. If you wanna record yourself being a jerk, fine, that's good and dandy. I don't think there's any such way that I can bait a cop. You're baiting law enforcement. Well, I must be a masturbator because everywhere I go, there's a cop trying to pull me. It's like, if I really want to get baited, guess what I found out last night driving down the road? My taillights were out. I didn't have taillights. I didn't have brake lights. I didn't have hazard lights. Coming home in a thunder boomer from crazy. But I'll stick to the facts here. The judge determined Chili DeCastro innocent of all charges. In Chili's first case, the 21-foot rule. The judge kept saying it, the DA kept saying it, and the cop kept saying it. Guess what? There's no such thing as a 21-foot rule. None. And just like the appeals court said, she said, well, they kept mentioning a 21-foot rule, except the cop never told him the distance to stand back. He just said move back. If a cop gives you a lawful order, and it has to be lawful, Chili didn't legally have to step back. That would have been harder to fight in court, but he didn't legally, because there's not a law that says you have to step back from a cop. Officer safety is officer cowardice. Doesn't work like that. So the final kick to Chili's teeth, which I find reprehensible, is when the case was over, the judge said, release this man immediately. Chili goes up, and he's full of emotion, bless his heart. I get it. When you're an outdoor person, you don't like small spaces, you're emotional when you're trapped in a cage. I get it. No man should be in a cage. So his attorney hugs him. Chili goes back and gets a second hug. And then Chili goes up to a man in the crowd and tries to shake his hand. And the bailiff screams at him, threatens to arrest him and arrest the guy in the auditorium. Chili's supposed to be free. And this bully bailiff screams at him in court. They kept him in there, I think, almost 24 hours after he was officially released. Just because they could do it. It's criminal. So, all you people, let me see if I can get back. I think I read all of the comments. Let me see if I did. I think I did. I think I got them all done. I'll scroll back down again and see if I can find them. You look well, rock on. Yes, man. I do it. Always shows private. You're live, blah, blah, blah. If I get one comment, we're seeing this more and more and more. That's such BS. It comes down to it. 21 seconds. Okay, I got a minute left. The courts are corrupt. Lawyers are corrupt. There are too many people now go back and look at the Donald Trump cases. Every one of them were corrupt. He wasn't guilty of any of the crimes they accused him of. Just like Steve Bannon. It wasn't, the congressional testimony or the congressional subpoena to Steve Bannon was unlawful. The one to Peter Navarro, unlawful. the one to Weisselberg, Trump's number 2 guy at the Trump organization, it was unlawful. The whole thing was all corrupt. It was all corrupt. They're locking him up time after time after time after time. The judicial system is screwed. It's all about money. Pay your money, walk. Pay your money, walk. If you ain't got the money, if we want to take you down and we want to silence you, we will put you in jail. Just like that corrupt hag did. And I hope they remove her from the bench. She had no right, none whatsoever, to have Chili's phone stolen from him at the beginning of court. She cannot have her bailiff go in somebody's pocket in a courtroom and take their phone. If the phone goes off in court, that's a possibility. But you can't do pre-crime. She's not Tom Cruise. Did Chili have a right to call him a freaking pig? Absolutely he did. Is it contempt of court if a judge wants to say it? Yeah, because the judge has too much power. It's like these terror pig judges all across the country say, you can't record in my courtroom. Okay, courtroom maybe. Well, that's the place we should be able to record. But you can't record in my courthouse. They don't have control over any of that part of that building except that room they're in. American judicial system is going to crumble, and it must crumble. I'm out of time. My video just they've choked me. Anyway, Chili DeCastro vindicated. This is going to be a big settlement, a big lawsuit for him. And for all you people that said I'm stupid and I don't know law, who knows law better than me? I was right, you were wrong, and all it takes is about 6 months from conspiracy theories to law. It takes about 6 months, and I'm always vindicated. God bless. Have a good day.